What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Jose Show. Happy Monday. I hope that everyone is enjoying their lovely day. But anywho, let's get into the hot topics. Now let's talk about something really shocking. Well, this past weekend, it was revealed that Jay-Z is being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl alongside P. Diddy back in the year 2000. Well, Jay-Z, the rapper whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused of drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl, allegedly along with Sean Diddy Combs in 2000, according to a civil lawsuit filed in federal court on Sunday. So the unanimous plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, said the assault took place at an MTV Video Music Awards after party. According to the accuser, an unidentified female celebrity stood by and watched Combs and Carter take turns raping the minor, and that no one at the party attempted to stop the assault. So NBC News was the first to report the accusations against Carter. The lawsuit was initially filed in October in the District Court of the Southern District of New York, with Combs named a defendant. It was refiled on Sunday to include Carter. Okay, so Tony Busby, the Texas attorney who filed the complaint, has filed several lawsuits against Combs in recent months, accusing the hip-hop mogul of physical assault and rape. Busby's lawsuit accused Carter of filing his own lawsuit against Busby, which Busby called frivolous. Okay, so none of the accusers have been named, and Jay-Z is the first high-profile defendant Busby has listed besides Combs. Alright, so in a statement emailed to NPR, Carter said he was the target of a blackmail attempt designed to extort settlement money. And these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. He said, whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. So my only heartbreak is for my family, Carter added. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Okay, so representatives for Combs, who has denied all accusations against him, declined to comment on the record. Okay, so this is really insane. I personally believe that Jay-Z actually did rape this girl alongside the one and only Sean Diddy Combs, because let's remember that Jay-Z is really good friends with Sean Diddy Combs, and Jay-Z, like we have said all along, has attended all of these freak-off parties that Sean Diddy Combs got to host. Because here's the thing, when you are friends with somebody, especially friends with the freaking rapist like Sean Diddy Combs, for example, of course, you're going to do the same thing, you know, not all the time, but most of the time. And I personally believe that, you know, when it comes to parties like this especially, I mean, it's really easy for somebody to be doing something stupid like this especially. I personally believe that this poor 13-year-old girl that suffered all of this in the first place, I believe should have spoken out. Definitely in that very moment. And I believe that justice would have been served immediately, not just towards her, but also towards her family that was also suffering the whole entire situation of just having to know that this girl was the victim of the rape. And I believe that the female celebrity that was witnessing all of this should have also spoken up and should have also, you know, maybe taken some pictures through a snap camera or something, you know, because I mean, back in the day, there was no smart technology to be taking videos and pictures, but, you know, at least a snap camera, and, you know, should have shown it to the authorities and been like, look, this is what's going on in between Sean Diddy Combs, Jay-Z, and then this girl that, by the way, is so freaking disgusting. And I believe that immediately there should have been justice, but I believe that the reason to why this woman never spoke up in the first place, and I believe that the reason to why the 13-year-old never spoke up in the first place is because they were afraid that Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs were gonna get away with it because they're celebrities, and also they were afraid that, of course, the fan bases of these two would end up going after the both of them, after the female celebrity and the girl, by the way, and be like, oh my my God, y'all are disgusting for falsely accusing Sean Diddy Combs, or oh my God, y'all are so evil for falsely accusing Jay-Z. How dare you guys, and so, because let's remember that Sean Diddy Combs and of course Jay-Z are huge celebrities. So I believe that's the reason to why the girl, the victim, and of course the female celebrity never spoke up about the whole entire situation until now that it's being revealed 24 years later on what really happened here. So this is just so darn scary, man. So darn scary. But you know what? I really hope that justice is being made. And I really hope that, we get some answers on what is really, really going on here from Jay-Z and also from Sean Diddy Combs. Because, they have to speak up about the whole entire situation here. Now, on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Selena Gomez and Eugenio Derbez. So the singer and actress 32 responded to criticism she received from Eugenio Derbez about her Spanish-speaking role in the acclaimed musical drama. So in a clip of an upcoming episode of Gabby Mesa's podcast Hablando de Cine, shared on TikTok, the Mexico-born actor 63 called Gomez's performance indefensible and said he and those he watched the movie with were in disbelief over her portrayal, given that she is not a fluent Spanish speaker. Okay, so anywho, I understand where you are coming from. The Only Murders in the Building star wrote in the comment section of the TikTok post addressing the criticism. I'm sorry, I did the best I could with the time I was given. Doesn't take away from how much work and heart I put into this movie. And that's what Selena said. So Emilia Perez received early acclaim in the award season amid its Netflix debut in November. The movie has been named one of American Film Institute's top 10 films of the year and nabbed 3 wins at the Cannes Film Festival after its world premiere, including a Best Actress nod for Gomez, along with co-stars Carla Sofia Gascon, Adriana Paz, and Zoe Saldana. Okay, so on the podcast, host Mesa called Gomez very talented, but noted that she was not impressed by her performance due to the language barrier. Spanish is neither her primary nor secondary language nor fifth, she said, per The Hollywood Reporter, and that's why I feel she doesn't know what she is saying, and if she doesn't know what she's saying, she can't give her acting any nuance. Okay, so Derbez agreed, adding, I'm glad you're saying that because I was saying I can't believe no one is talking about it. Okay, so Derbez said he doesn't agree with the award buzz that Gomez and the movie has generated and believes it has only been well received because the audience doesn't speak Spanish. Okay, so this is really insane. I personally believe that Selena Gomez is doing the best she can in this movie, and I believe that that's to be respected. Now, let's remember that Selena Gomez was not born in Mexico. She was actually born here in America. I believe she was born in Texas, by the way. And she was born from parents that I believe don't even speak Spanish. So there's also that. And Selena Gomez, by the way, is doing the very best she can to make sure that her Spanish is the best in order to have the audience be satisfied with her acting, and also to make sure that she is also convincing the public that she is in the role that she's in. And I believe that's all that should matter. I don't think it should really matter if Selena Gomez's accent is perfect or not, or if her Spanish is so perfect or not. No, I believe that the effort is what matters and the effort is what counts. And of course, to Eugenio Derbez, it was very easy to be criticizing because Eugenio Derbez is from Mexico and he can speak Spanish super well. And he, of course, has a bunch of Spanish-speaking fans, and he's been in a bunch of Spanish-speaking shows especially. But yet again, he needs to understand that Selena Gomez hasn't been in any of those Spanish-speaking shows that he's been in. And Selena Gomez, like I said, is from America. And she was born from parents that can't even speak Spanish, and she's doing the best she can. Okay? So I also believe that it's very sad that, a Latino talent or a Mexican talent like Eugenio Derbez is criticizing a Latino talent like Selena Gomez instead of uplifting a Latino talent by saying, you know what, Selena, you got this. You are doing an amazing job. I congratulate you for being in a movie like this. And you are a really, really hardworking woman and this and that. But no, instead, he just went off and basically down talked to her. She basically down talked to her behind her back. And it's just so freaking messed up. So let's also remember that Selena Gomez just nabbed a Golden Globe nomination this morning for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy or Musical for her role on Emilia Perez this morning, by the way. So that's something to congratulate right there. So I also think that's something that Eugenio Derbez should also acknowledge too. So if I were Eugenio Derbez, I would have kept my own damn mouth shut and I would have just, been like, you know what? Zip. All right. Now on to the next topic. So speaking of the Golden Globes, well, this morning the Golden Globes nominations were announced, and apparently Emilia Perez has a lot more to sing and dance about, raking in 10 nominations at Monday's 2025 Golden Globe Awards nominations. Now, Jaquez Eldardy's charming drug cartel musical acquired by Netflix out of this year's Cannes Film Festival scored the most nods out of any feature film contender. It's up for Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, Director for Audiard, Supporting Actress for Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez, Actress for Carla Sofia Gascon, Screenplay, Original Score, and more. So not far behind is Brady Corbett's The Brutalist, a sweeping A24 drama about the trials of a Hungarian architect under the thumb of an enigmatic art patron. In addition to nabbing a nod for Best Motion Picture, drama stars Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones both scored acting nominations, and Guy Pearce took one for supporting. Now, the project was also recognized in score and screenplay categories. That's 7 total, one more than The Howl from another leading contender. Focus features Conclave. Its star Ralph Fiennes earned a Best Actor in a Drama nomination for its portrayal of a conflicted priest overseeing a papal election crawling with sabotage and subplots. His co-star Isabella Rossellini received Best Supporting Actress recognition with the film fetching score, screenplay, and Best Picture nods. Okay, so anyways, other notable films of the year to notch 4 or more Globe nominations include Anora Challenger's A Real Pain, the Universal juggernaut Wicked, and the surprise of Monday morning's announcement, Coral Farjit's The Substance, including Best Musical or Comedy Lead Actress for Demi Moore, Supporting Actress for Margaret Qualley, and Best Director. Okay, so this is really amazing, ladies and gentlemen, that we are seeing a bunch of good movies get nominated this year for the Golden Globes. I do personally believe that my favorite part about these nominations is that Ariana Grande got Best Supporting Actress in a Musical or Comedy for her role as Glinda on Wicked, and I'm also happy that Cynthia Erivo got her nomination for Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy for her role as Elphaba on Wicked as well, because these two really deserve it big time, because they are really good actresses and they made a really good team together in that movie. Because let's remember that they really joined really good forces with the really good singing and the really good acting in the movie. And let's remember that, the movie itself also was a really good movie because it was really action, it was really suspenseful, it was really sci-fi, even though, of course, it was also a musical. But it was so amazing to acknowledge just how suspenseful and how action it was. And it really left me to the edge of my seat when I got to watch it. I remember that the movie got to last for almost 3 hours, and to me it felt like it was only lasting for up to 5 minutes because of how centered I was in the movie. And let's remember that even Michelle Yeoh did an amazing job in the movie as well. Even Jonathan Bailey did an amazing job in the movie as well, which I believe Jonathan Bailey should have gotten a Best Supporting Actor nomination, let's be real, but unfortunately he didn't. And also, Michelle Yeoh could have gotten a nomination too for supporting actress, I believe, in my personal opinion, because she did an amazing job playing the role that she was in of Miss Mabel, I believe was the name of her role. So, anywho, this is really cool. And also, I was actually highly expecting that Ariana and Cynthia were going to get nominations after all, let's be honest, because I mean, yes, like I said, they're really good actresses, but I also remember that they both were getting a lot of buzz by so many articles that Ariana was going to get a nomination, that Cynthia was going to get a nomination, and that the movie Wicked was also going to get a nomination. Lots of buzz, man. And I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, if they both end up getting an Oscar nomination on January, because I know that on January the Oscar nominations are going to be announced. So there is also that to look forward to. So I mean, this is just the beginning of award season, ladies and gentlemen. So it's about to go down. It's about to go down, that's for sure. Okay, but anyways, congratulations to all of the nominees for this year's Golden Globes. It is about to be amazing, and I really hope that Ariana and Cynthia get to take the awards for Best Supporting Actress and for Best Actress as well. All right, now on to the next topic. All right, now let's talk about this ongoing story about the murder of healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Well, a person of interest in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has been arrested. Well, apparently, law enforcement sources tell TMZ a man in Altoona, Pennsylvania is being held for questioning in connection with last week's shooting in New York City. So, the sources tell TMZ that local police responded after receiving a tip that the person of interest was seen in a McDonald's. The man has a similar gun as the one used in a murder, the sources say. So, the New York Times reports the person of interest had a written manifesto in his possession. The Times reports the detained man showed police the same fake ID used to rent the hostel room in New York City, where the murder suspect is believed to have stayed prior to last week's murder, and the detainee was reportedly in possession of gun, possibly a ghost gun, and a silencer, according to law enforcement sources cited by the newspaper. So, the gun used in the shooting has been the subject of speculation, with some law enforcement sources saying the weapon is a veterinary gun commonly used on ranches and farms to put down animals, with a reduced noise gunshot instead of a pistol, fitted with the silencer as was originally reported. Okay, so as TMZ knows, an unidentified suspect walked up behind Thompson early Wednesday morning last week and fired multiple rounds outside the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel before calmly walking away. Okay, so I am glad that they got to detain the suspect, or the supposed suspect, because I believe that it is about damn time that justice gets to be served in this whole entire case. But I'm really hoping, though, that this person is actually the one that actually got to murder the CEO guy, because if this ain't the guy, then unfortunately we are not doing any freaking justice here. Because as far as what I'm hearing here, I'm hearing that the person looks so much as the suspect, and then the gun seems so familiar to the police and this and that. So I'm hoping that, there will be maybe a confession going on by the suspect or the suspect lookalike, that this person is the suspect after all, and that this person does remember shooting the CEO, and that this person does remember all of what happened in that moment and this and that, so that way there could be more of a confirmation. And also, I hope that the police also gets to be doing some way more investigation into this guy in order to make sure that this guy is really the legitimate person that got to murder the CEO Brian Thompson in the first place, so that way we can literally rest already, because it's so freaking scary if this freaking murder is gonna go out and the loose and still, go off and murder other people in the first place. It's going to be so freaking scary, and we don't want that after all. Okay, so anywho, this right here is insane, but let's just see what's gonna happen next. Now, that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's lovely episode of The Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.